Hello and welcome to Buildings of Tomorrow. My name is John Lester, and in this episode we'll be talking about how semantic tagging enables data analytics. I'm joined in the studio today by Tyson Suter, a Global Business Development Manager for Digitalization at Siemens Smart Infrastructure. Tyson, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, John.
We've talked about semantic tagging, semantic data models. How does this enable our data analytics approach?
Yeah, so we see that traditionally with any system in a building, it's very easy. This is an equipment, this is a point, and I'm just going to worry about this point or this equipment. We can just apply a rule to it, and we can do it at a very low level, very easy touch solution.
And when you talk about point, you're talking about a data point,
exactly.
A data source.
A temperature sensor or a valve or an actuator. With a semantic data model and applying metadata through tagging, we can say, what is this sensor on the wall? Is it a temperature sensor? What's the make? What's the model? What's the location? Is it Celsius? Is it Fahrenheit? This is all the metadata that's really valuable that you need to understand at scale. But also, what does it relate to? Is it related to a VAV in the ceiling or a fan coil unit in the ceiling? And then, okay, so that's great. Now we understand the relationship between this sensor and this piece of equipment that's giving it cold air or hot air. But also, what does this piece of equipment relate to? Is it related to a central plant? Is it related to a boiler or a chiller? What building is it all in? What points sit underneath it? With semantic tagging or a semantic data model, we can say, this is everything we need to know about that sensor. Here's the relationship between this sensor and its most closest relationship equipment, but also to the system of the whole building. So we're really mapping out the nervous system of a building. So it's not a parent-child relationship. It's a very complex spread of information that can come back through a semantic data model.
So within that one piece of data, this semantic tagging behind that data can identify not just where it comes from and what information it enables, or what information it includes, but also where that information could be used, the first relationship, the second relationship, and really through all of the other aspects of the building, the systems, everything connected. It's a really powerful, addition to just the data itself.
And it can be as simple as just temperature and air and sensor, but it could also be everything you could ever possibly want to know. And it doesn't have to rely on a naming convention. It doesn't have to rely on who installed it or who made it. It's universal in its approach. So there's many different variants of systems in a building. There's not just HVAC, there's waste, there's security, there's vertical transport. These are all systems that we need to be able to draw a map or understand. So data collection is something we've talked about in the past. That's only a small part of the problem. If you pull all your data in all your buildings and you create a data lake, it's unstructured data. So this gives it structure. This allows software solutions to manipulate and modify or analyze that data, not just in a single point or a single equipment or a single building, but hundreds of thousands, if not millions of data points. That enables data analytics, but enables any smart building or healthy building technology or business intelligence. So this is all valuable to everyone that's involved in the building.
So this semantic tagging means that you don't need to have an intimate knowledge of a system to understand each individual data point, which means that you can have an access and utilize and actually manipulate the data that is across all different systems, no matter who installed it or who looks at it. But as you mentioned before, we are collecting more data than we ever have before. We know that in the coming years, this will continue to grow exponentially. So we need to have a way to wade through and to dig through this huge lake of data. So semantic tagging could be the key for that.
I think it's one of the solutions. I think it's a really important one. It's just for scale. We want to be able to scale, and we want to understand as much as we can about the buildings and the data inside them.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you all for joining us here on Buildings of Tomorrow. Please feel free to comment, like, and share this episode, and ensure that you subscribe to us here on this channel. We'll see you again soon.